What's happening, everybody? Sorry we're a few minutes late. The stones were rearranged in the back. We're wrapping up a really good YouTube video that turned out awesome. And it took an extra second longer. A YouTube video where I've chipped my teeth. So you'll have to stay tuned why, but that's why I sound a bit strange today. It's not too bad. It feels worse than it is. Nonetheless, teeth. I'm gonna have to go to the dentist for the first time in 6 years. Conspiracy of the day. Dentists are a scam. Unless you need your teeth fixed, you need a root canal. Google, do some research. Root canals. They are a lie. They're an absolute lie. Anyway, I am really strong at the moment. Happy to report. I'm pain-free for the first time in, I would say, a year and a half. I think I won a handful of shows last year in pain and not at my best, including the Rogue Invitational last year. So yeah, in terms of big lifts, we just put out a 975 17-inch axle deadlift raw, which is up there with my best ever. I did a 180 axle for 4, which we're putting out shortly, and that was in 1:12, and that is my best ever in the gym. And hopefully a really big stone session today. So all is going well, other than my teeth. God bless. Yeah, so we're going to do some stones today. Going to do some picks and carries. Then I'm going to go do some push press for reps. Can't really tell you guys why, but I guess you can deduce why if you'd like to. But pop in, say hello. Hope y'all are doing well. And yeah, we'll go from there.
All right, Brian is saying hopefully they release the event soon. I know we can kind of figure them out from everyone's training, but he's curious about the specifics. So hopefully they release them soon.
Yeah, you can always kind of get the gist of it. It is kind of strange because these keep things confidential rules make a lot of sense for CrossFit because they do so many different things that if they're training clean and jerks, you don't know anything about what they're doing. But for us, if I'm training stones, you know that there's stones going on. It's hard to avoid that. So yeah, hopefully it's out there soon. I think when fans know the events and we can put all of our training out and we can say something like, this is comp weight or something, it adds some excitement to the show, I think. So we shall see. Regardless, I'm excited because me, Tom, Thor, Evan, Trey, Lucas, everyone's going to be there. All the best in the world. Ready to throw down. Reno, of course. So it's a really deep field. I'm excited. It should be a lot of fun. All right. We've got 2 stones today. We've got a 350 and a 400. This is the 350. Of course, chalk only, and chalk only on stones that have never had tacky touch them. Do not listen to people who say chalk only on stones with tacky. One time I went to another gym and I had it on the program to do stones with no tacky. And I put chalk on and I went to the 180 and it had old tacky on it. And I'm like, I might as well have had tacky. It was very, very easy. So yeah, I'm going to do some picks here, do some extensions, but the goal today is going to be to train some carries back and forth. If I can carry the 160 for 5 meters, if I can carry the 180 at all, I'll be really happy. But if I can just pick it and extend it today, then I will be happy with that as well. You first have to massage the stone. Tell it it's a good girl. All right. You'll notice I lost my stone platform. They said since I didn't win World's Strongest Man, I didn't deserve it anymore. I didn't like that. It feels funny. It's not painful, but I've had a couple of weird feelings. Decisions. I also have push press today. So it might be prudent to do that. Maybe I was doing my axles yesterday. So like early sign that it's just not happy, it's fine. But I think I should be smart. So let's migrate over. We'll focus on some heavy push presses today and have a good day over there. Ooh,
All right, so super chat here from Dalton. Any tips for avoiding bicep strain doing sandbag to the shoulder? I messed up last week with the lightish sandbag, but no warm up.
Yeah, ironic.
Yeah.
Tips for what, sorry?
Tips for avoiding bicep strain during sandbag to shoulder.
Well, it's hard because if you don't know at what points it's doing it, it's hard to give advice. If it's like strain because you have one hand under, you're trying to like push it around, then like the underhand when you go to shoulder and you push it around here, it should just be carrying momentum. You should never actually have the sandbag sit in your arm. That's the best advice I can give. If it's a pick off of the ground that feels uncomfortable, then it's hard to avoid. But that's my best advice. It should never be sitting in that arm. It should be high enough that this is just carrying the momentum through and pushing it around your head. Leash, we're going to move over to push press. I'm going to bail on these for today.
Okay.
But we got to figure out where to do push press. Because there's occupado. We go just in the back, eh? Sorry, guys. We're getting there. Over in the back. Let's do it. Oh, over here? Here's cool.
Yeah.
I think it could be just like psychological with my arm. Because it's like, I feel like, what do I feel? I feel like a cracking almost. But it comes with no pain, no discoloration, no change in function, no loss in strength tomorrow. So I've done a bunch of good stone sessions. So I'm happy to just have a push press day. What are the people saying, Leash?
So Joey's wondering, why don't they ever release the events whenever you guys find out? What's the point of the wait to the public?
I have no idea.
Don't know.
I have no idea. At say like Strongest Man on Earth, we find out pretty much at the same time. Sometimes the shows like, I think they don't like, if they say to us, it's I don't know, say a 1,000-pound yoke into a log. Cool. But then something might happen where that log becomes an axle. And I think they don't like to release the events to the public and then modify the event. So that's all I can really think of. But for something like Rogue, it's not going to change. So honestly, I'm not really sure.
All right. Any news on Arnold's UK yet? No mention of Strongman yet, it seems.
The best information I have is that it's not happening for Strongman. So I don't know. Yeah, I hope it does. I hope it does.
And then Jamie Livingston is wondering, what are your predictions for the podium at Rogue?
I've just been so focused on myself. It's hard not to put Thor on there. It's hard not to put me on there. So I think those will be two of the spots. And the third is probably Evan. He's probably the one with the least weaknesses if he puts it all together, because I can't really talk about the events. So yeah, that would be my top three. You guys know how Rogue goes. It's a lot of running around, a lot of moving. You know, Reno definitely has a chance to be on the podium, but again, I can't talk about events, so I can't really give the best explanation as to why. But that would be my gut instinct. So you guys know for prescription here, I've got 3 sets of 5, which I'm going to do at 165-ish kilos, and then I got AMRAP after that. So last week I hit 7, so the goal is just more than 7. Push press, of course.
This one's from Stacy. How can you train at the gym instead of at home? You just built it. Why not use it?
I want to. Simple as that. Yeah, sometimes I like to be around people. Also, like, I have the stones that I want to. I do use it. I mean, I guess that answers the question, doesn't it?
And then Jude, do you have any tips for my first strongman competition?
Have fun. That's it. Don't worry about, don't worry about where you place. Don't worry about all of these other things that you can't control. Just go talk to lots of people, enjoy the community, have a blast, try to hit a PB, give it your all. That's it. Yeah. Also, like, I don't know why, but the question of, like, you just built a home gym, why don't you use it? It, like, rubs me the wrong way. So, like, you don't know anything about what we're doing. Mm-hmm. Like, we were here shooting a YouTube video straight before this that had to be here. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure you didn't mean it that way, but I do enjoy using it. I just got super heavy kettlebells that I put down there. We're in the process of moving all of the stones home. So more and more of my training is happening at home now.
You should do the moose training trailer. We can get you like a fucking fifth wheel.
What are you talking about?
You're just talking about having to move the stuff back to your home gym?
Oh, a trailer from all my stuff. Yeah.
And then super chat here. Hope you're doing good, Mitch. What happened to the Raw training channel? We love seeing you train in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I had an intern over the summer, and she was doing the Raw training channel. And then change of staff. meant that she took on some more of the main channel stuff. So the person who was doing main channel is now, I believe, at home doing absolutely nothing. And we're here. And so she's helping out there. So yeah. All right, last. I'll do a single here. If that moves well, it's a very strong day for me. Come on. Okay. We're into one, guys. Good overhead press there. Huh? Oh, are they? Yeah. Oh, thank you for telling me.
Well, I just walked out the back door now on the left hill.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you know how to? Are you going out back? On the just left of the steering wheel,
Yeah.
there's a dial, and it'll be over to the right. That dial, if you just flick it to
Say
upright,
lights or anything?
it will. Yeah.
Say lights?
Yeah.
I'll go see if I can-
Thanks, guys. If you can't, I'll have my phone on me. Just call me if you can't, and I'll run out. Thank you. I left my Humvee lights on. Whoops. How good would that be?
All right. What are your thoughts on the NFL season so far?
Oh, my Packers look good. That's my thought. Yeah. Kansas City looks futile, but they every year there's 3 or 4 weeks where they just look very ordinary, and then they put it together. So I'm sure they'll be one of the best. Eagles look really good. I would say Eagles, Chiefs, Packers, and Ravens are probably the 4 best looking teams. I just got to make sure my truck lights come on. Okay, I'm going to try strict press here without any equipment, and then I'll put equipment on and rip in. I'm very annoyed about my bicep. I was looking forward to training stones today, but this is a newer, smarter version of me, which I hate. I like being dumb. I like having fun, and not doing stones is not fun. All right, I think he's got him. All right, one last single. This is 167 kilos-ish. $365. Oh, that is so dangerous for me. That is so strong. Got the lights. All right. Quinn, could you grab my panda shoes and a couple of sleeves? Thank you, sir. What else we got?
Jeremy is wondering, what's the biggest thing you see missing in the weighted class competitions in comparison to those of open, like World's Strongest Man, Rogue, Arnold?
A lot. Budget to make cool equipment. Fans. Weights that are heavier. That's it. If you think about, like, I think one of the things that, thank you, that European people seem to struggle with understanding is that in North America, we have the NFL. That's it. Like, you got some kind of like second tier football leagues. Nobody cares. Nobody watches it. You're not interested. Nobody has a favorite. Nobody has a favorite fucking XFL team, lingerie football league, no one cares. Where in Europe, you've got like Premier League soccer, but if your home team happens to not be in the Premier League, you don't care. You're still an avid fan. And so when it comes to strongman, you've got the guys who lift the heaviest weights. And for North American fans, that is all that they want to see. And honestly, North American culture is like, we don't even care about the second strongest deadlifter. We just want to see Thor. Where I think in Europe, you'll take a bit more interest in like, say, Eddie Williams verging on 1,000 pounds. Like you guys get excited about that in personal records and contextual records. Where in North America, it's like you are either the best or you are shit. And I remember I came back from my first World's Strongest Man. I came 8th, and I was really happy, really proud. Came back to the gym, and one guy asked me, he comes up, he says, how'd it go? I said, I came 8th. The guy goes, did you have fun at least? You're like, 8th is a failure as a North American fan. And I was not happy by that comment. But I told him, yes, I had fun, thank you. But that's just how we are. And so I think when it comes to weight class, it's hard to really get buy-in from anyone from North America because that's just how we tend to be. Like even if you listen to the narrative around a team that loses in the Super Bowl, like half the time people are like, they were shit. They sucked. They're terrible. And you're like, they're the second best in the world, but still not good enough. Okay. So this is going to be a set of 5. And Laws is watching. Good. I'll make you proud. Lise, do you see another clip back there? Laws, I was just doing a Feats of Strength YouTube, and I was doing rebar, and I got it over my head, and I bent it, and I was bending it down here, and it flung back, hit me in the face, and I have 4 chipped teeth in the front of my mouth now, all for YouTube crap.
I thought your tooth went flying. Genuinely.
Yeah, the mic went flying, and it looked like my tooth went flying. Okay, 5 smooth reps here would be a big win. Very easy. Very, very easy. Too easy. That is awesome. It's coming back quick. 2 weeks ago, that was really awkward, even for a double. So we are on. The team wants a close-up.
Yeah.
So the ugliest picture you can take of yourself.
The screen recording?
So it's a screen recording.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, we got 3 sets of 5
That's
here.
just inspo for you.
I'm going to try to go relatively short rests.
Do you have a screen
One thing that we're working on
Of goggles?
very, very hard
Also,
is
the
conditioning.
phone's black.
So that I am as strong in event number 6 as I am in number 1. And I feel fitter than I have in a very long time. And strength is coming back, trying to hold fitness, trying to do a lot of work. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it, but even even on a log ladder at Royal Albert Hall, I was like, oh, clean and pressing 5 logs is a lot of work. I'm like, that's not me. That's not me. So yesterday I was in here almost vomiting from my conditioning work, which was horrible.
So question here, my neck gets cranked during standing shoulder press. Any thoughts? Almost every time I get above 140 pounds.
Yeah, it's hard because like how your neck is cranked and what exactly you mean. And if it's your neck or your trap, it really depends. My best advice would be take a video from behind of you doing it shirtless and see if you have any sort of side-to-side differences, and maybe you have a mobility issue on one side. And that would be sort of the best early indication, especially if it's one-sided. But, you know, sometimes these things just happen and they'll come and they'll go and you're susceptible and whatnot. And really, if you get stronger, it never causes a problem. So if you got stronger in strict seated shoulder press, that could help build some tolerance and resilience. And maybe it's just an intensity thing. And if you get stronger, keeping intensity down using the same weight is not as hard. Okay, I'm gonna do another set of 5. That was easy. Okay, come on. Little misgroove pause action.
So
2 sets down, 1 to go in an AMRAP. And that is the session for today. I'm gonna go home and do some work on heavy kettlebells. And if I can knock those out smooth, then all will be happy. As weeks go on and prep goes on, I like to add more equipment in. So today, no knee sleeves, which is something that would help me for sure. Lars says trying to make things harder with the 3rd rep. Yeah, by accident. Someone like Lucas Hatton, like this, I'm so impressed with his ability to do like a push press for reps, because the bar is always in the 100% perfect spot, and it's so smooth. And for me, could I hit 400 for an easy set of 5? For sure, if it was on the right path. But I get it kind of a ½ inch off here or there, and it makes it really inefficient. So that's an area that I can definitely clean up moving forward. Not that we have push press for reps, but say when I did the 180 axle for 4 yesterday, I pushed the last rep out in front of me and had to like step forward to get under it, and a little bit awkward. Or if I can just get that smooth and easy, then I'll be much, much better off. What else we got, Leash?
This one here, are you thinking about spending more money on home recovery equipment now?
Oh, man. Well, there's a video around that soon. And I haven't spent that much, to be honest with you. I'm lucky that a lot of stuff is, I work with brands who I'm lucky to work with. So my red light was a thing that was part of a partnership, which has been great. The 8 Sleep I bought myself, and it has been honestly a godsend. The best thing that I've done in a long time is get that thing. Imagine, here's the story. You get into bed and it is cool the whole night. You wake up in the middle of the night, it's still cool and feels fresh. You feel like you have fresh sheets that you just rolled into that are at the perfect temperature for you all night, and it adjusts the temperature. So nice. So honestly, my ability to recover and feel like I'm not drained day after day, like, oh, through the roof with that guy. So, yeah, it's funny. I set targets because this is part of a 3-week stretch that I'm home, and it's the longest that I'm home before Rogue because I go to Malta for the Battle of the Beast, and then I'm in Vegas for the Olympia. I'm in Austin for the F1. And we had targets that we were setting. And I said, if I can get everything perfect, I can do these certain things before I leave, we're in good stead. And I hit them all in like week 1. And I think Laws and I are back to the issue. Like, I'm capable of more than I should be. So where do you push and where do you say, like, that's enough? So, yeah. The stone today, one of the challenges, like the heaviest or the lightest stone I have here is 160 kilos, 350. So I have to go from absolutely nothing to 350. And the day after having the underhand on the axle and doing a ton of reps on that, yeah, hindsight's 2020, and thankfully there's no injury, but those are sort of like the logistical issues that you can run into. So anyway, let's go set number 3 and then AMRAP. Goal on this set is going to be just to have everything really smooth. Laws says he's saying buy some new stones. I have all the stones, I just have them in different places. So I'm taking all these home. And at home I have a 120 that's perfect. I have a 140. I got literally 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220. It's just some of them are here, some of them are at home. So I just need to get these ones home and I can do all my stone training over there. All right. Another easy set of 5. Okay, nice and smooth. Keep it online, and it shouldn't be hard. Gonna try to hold at the top for a second as well. Nice and stable. Ooh, that could not have been easier. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Right, bit of a rest. Then we got an AMRAP. And that'll be my session here. AMRAP, last week I hit 7. And this week, 10 would be awesome. 10 is the goal that I've had in my head that I think would be a good spot to be before getting to Rogue. Can't really tell you what the event is, but I guess you could probably guess. See what weight this is. So this is 166.
Okay, I thought this was cool.
Oh,
so
what else
dude,
we got?
who asked earlier about advice for first strongman comp. So he said Brandon from Fit Gym is his coach for the competition. You inspired him to do strongman.
Oh, hell yeah.
So,
oh, that's amazing.
Pretty cool.
Good
and
stuff.
then
That'll be fun.
On that note, he also asked, are you going to hold a community workout again at next year's Strongest Man on Earth?
Yeah, I think so. That's certainly the earliest plan. But the first thing that needs to happen before we commit to that is Strongest Man on Earth needs to happen again. And we'll see if it does or not. If I was a betting man, I would say it's not happening again. I would say that's the last year we've seen it. I hope I'm wrong. I think it's a great thing for the sport. But, you know, I don't really blame Brian. Hey, you put all this energy and effort into an event that loses money. That's fine, you know. I think the sport needs a bit of a resurgence, if I'm being honest, and hopefully this Netflix show helps. But I think we're in a little bit of a lull at the moment. You know, you got a couple of popular names, but then not a lot of guys are interested in social media and in posting lots of stuff and engaging in lots of stuff. And if you're not interested in doing that, it's tough for the sport because that's how most people consume it. So we'll see. We'll see. This sport really will continue because of social media views, not because of competitions. It will be a Facebook thing, a YouTube thing, an Instagram thing, and say Mark Felix Hercules hold. If that gets 100 million views on Facebook, that could be worth $20,000 to Giants Live. And so then it becomes less about how expensive can we make the tickets to get everyone to come and more about how can we make this profitable on the whole. And Mark Felix has built his name up over a long period of time. And so we need more of those people who have built their name up for a long period of time and they're just sort of household recognizable people. Then people want to share it around. Here's this guy doing this. And for you guys, everyone watching, one of the best things that you can do, even if you have $0 to spend on Strongman, is comment on YouTube, subscribe to channels, share that across whatever platforms you have. Because even if you have 10 followers on Instagram, if you share that to another platform, that will help that video get pushed out to more people because the platform that you shared it from now goes, right, this is something that people are enjoying. So if you share things onto your stories or send them to people or anything like that, it all helps tremendously and costs nothing. So do that for the people that you appreciate. Do that for the strongman who you really like to follow. And that's a really easy way for you to be able to help the sport in a small way. All right. I'm ready. Chalk would be a good thing. But I don't want to leave the live stream.
I can grab some.
Can you grab some? There might just be some on the little log there, Leash. Oh. Today, I had 4 feats of strength to try. I'm so happy I managed them all. I blew up a hot water bottle. I picked up a car. I bent rebar, and then it hit me in the mouth. And I ripped a deck of cards. I ripped a full deck of cards not first try, a lot of tries, but first time I've ever tried it, first session of card ripping. And some of these things are so funny because you go to an expo or an event and can you do this? You're like, I don't know. And then you'll see someone way weaker than you able to do it. You're like, what? But then like the card ripping thing, it was really hard. Thank you. Mm-hmm. It was really hard until I got my fingers in the right spot. And then it was very, very easy. Right. Okay. So it's just some silly nonsense going on.
Yeah.
All right.
Asked if you found a phone book to pair up.
No phone book. No phone book.
They're hard to find.
Impossible to find. A lot of trees being saved. A lot of trees.
All right.
Do we get into global warming conspiracy today?
We already had a conspiracy within the first minute. Started off strong.
Here's I'm going to give my global warming 2 cents when it comes to Canada. If you do the math, listen to this one, Quinn. Quinn's our liberal.
Quinn's already upset.
If you get the mic on him, let him have his arguments if he wants. If you do,
I think we're going to agree on this one as well.
Okay.
1 second.
If you do the math on how much Canada emits, and you contrast that with the amount of oxygen produced by our forests, we are already carbon neutral. In fact, we are carbon negative. And we have these stupid goals to reduce emissions when we are already negative. And guess what? Even if we were positive, unless China and India get on board, well, like you're literally dropping a thimble of water in the ocean when you're doing your own emissions. So
You want to know what's fun? We sell a lot of our recycling to China, which then takes it, plops it in the ocean, and makes its way around.
yeah, recycling's another scam.
Okay, we're on the same page there.
All right. Do you know what I think is funny as well? Composting. So you take these substances that are going to degrade into the earth, and you must put them in the special degrading into earth bin. Well, what if it just goes into the landfill? Then my apple degrades into the landfill.
It's because of the methane produced.
No, I do not accept that cow farts
Not
and
that
methane
it's
from
bad.
apples is causing any problem in the world.
Not that it's bad, that it can decompose quicker than like plastics or something like that and other things like that.
Yeah.
So separating just makes the whole process easier. because we don't need to send our apple cores to China, but we got to send our plastic to China.
Honestly, like, why do we have green bins? Just take it to a forest and throw your banana peel in the forest.
Well, I use mine in my garden at home.
If you want a garden.
Cows are killing us.
Cows are killing us. Cows. It's all cows. All cows. Cow farts.
If you want to
Major
sell your
world
compost, they'll buy it in Alliston.
They'll buy it?
The farmers will buy your compost in Alliston.
Oh, I thought you said in Palestine.
No, in Alliston.
I think they got bigger things to worry about over there than compost.
You know the little green buckets? The little ones?
Yeah.
It's $5 a bucket.
Yeah, I'm good.
So in case you need to make $5.
That a Uline catalog would be like a phone book.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. A Uline catalog.
Yeah, it would be. It would be.
It's plasticky, though. They like the plastic.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know.
It's okay. Fuck it. You did cards.
Cards. Cards are actually harder if you think about it. All right. Set of 10 would be fantastic here, but it's already 15 reps deep, so we shall see. If I keep it efficient, I think I could get it. Nine. It was going to get unsafe if I want to get it. Nine's good though. The first couple were not efficient. First couple were out of line. So I'm happy with that. That's strong for now. And that is today's session that's going to be on live. The rest is going to be at home, in the home gym, by my lonesome. Thank you guys very much for watching. Do we have any chats left? Anything pertinent?
All good.
All right. Thanks, guys. These will continue Friday afternoons. As always, lift heavy, be kind. We'll see you next week.
Haters talking to me, tell them pipe down. Or it's lights out. Zeros on the debit, baby. All I do is swipe now. Gucci sweater 5,000. Stunning, buzzing. I be going up, no ceiling. Wow, ballin', running. Getting to the paper, I'm peeling out. They gon' know me as legendary. You in the stands, I ain't need no commentary. If you the competition, you gon' get buried. I don't cheat on the game, we getting married. Yeah.